Welcome to Kitchen Basics 101, where I teach you the bare bone basics as if you've never cooked a day in your life from the perspective of a mom. I haven't even put my glasses in. I'm still in my my contacts in. I'm still in my pajamas, but I'm prepping for dinner, and I thought I was just getting I got new frozen salmon from Costco, and I was like, oh wait, I think that people have asked this question, so I thought I would cover it really quick. I found this great salmon at Costco that's frozen in individual portions. So this is so great if you're cooking for one. I'm gonna do 2 portions because I'm really cooking for 2, just my husband and I. But if you can see right here on the packaging, it says keep frozen, remove all packaging to thaw in the refrigerator. I saw this comment a lot, and I actually didn't know anything about this because I don't do too much protein out of the freezer as a rule, but you're not supposed to defrost the seafood in the vacuum seal container. This is a vacuum sealed container. You can tell it's vacuum sealed because all of the air is sucked out. It's like really tight to the fish. I wanted to tell you too, if you get a vacuum sealed meat like this, any type of meat, and you see like that it has expanded from this vacuum seal and there's air inside this vacuum seal, like a significant, not like little tiny bits of air, but you see significant separation, that seal has failed, which means that that meat probably isn't any good. Like I had a pack of bacon that I got from Costco, and one side of it was still sealed, but the other side of it, the packaging was loose, and you could visibly see that it was no longer suctioned, and that means that the seal has failed, and therefore that meat is probably spoiled. So I would take it back to wherever you got it from and just show them that it's still sealed, like you haven't cut it open, but that the seal has failed and you need a new package of bacon or fish or whatever it is. Anyways, that's a side note. So I'm just going to I use glass containers. You can use plastic if you like. I just personally don't use plastic in my kitchen. So I'm just going to take both of these pieces out of the packaging and put them in this container. I have kitchen scissors that are just for doing kitchen jobs. We don't use them on anything except for kitchen jobs, but they still need to be washed. So they have fish guts on them when you cut it open, no matter how careful you are. And you also need to make sure that you wash your hands, right? Because you're handling raw meat and you're getting bacteria on your hands. So be mindful of that, right? And you should also clean the handles because I have a dirty hand and I'm touching the handles. So make sure you're washing the handles, the blades, and also the countertop when you're finished because, you know, it's raw meat. So I'm going to put these 2 pieces of fish. They fit perfectly here in my little container. And I'm going to put it in the refrigerator you can do it overnight. Or if you're like getting up to go to work in the morning and you're going to make dinner that night, you probably only need like 10 hours to get this, depending on your refrigerator. For me, the higher up in the fridge that I am, the colder it is. So I'm going to put it a little bit lower. Let me go wash my hands. Now everything's washed up. I'm just going to put my lid on. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator until tonight when we're ready to go. You'll be able to tell, obviously, when it's frozen, it's hard. So you'll be able to tell when it's defrosted. And as long as you can get this about 80% defrosted, then you're probably going to be okay. These aren't huge pieces of meat. Oh, I forgot. I have a spot in my fridge on the lower right-hand corner where I put all the raw meat together in one section. Like if I have any raw meat, one, it makes it easy for me to see what proteins I have to cook with when I'm trying to get ready to make a meal because all the raw meat is together. So I can see, do I have ground beef? Do I have chicken? Do I have fish? What do I have? But also, I've had this happen before where my whatever raw meat was in there defrosting leaked and it got all over everything that was in the fridge. So put it on the lowest shelf that you can. And if you're going to do like a sealed package of ground beef or chicken or something, once it starts to defrost, you might find it's not as sealed as you thought it was. So that I put in a glass container, that's okay. But if it's in its own packaging, put a plate under it, put a tray under it, put a quarter cookie sheet under it, put something underneath it. So if it leaks, it gets caught in that tray and you can wash that tray and it doesn't get gross meat juice all over your refrigerator because that's a mess you don't want to clean up. Anyways, I think that's it now.